1, 2. Microphone testing.
Testing.
What?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Test out in there.
Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone testing 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone testing 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone test 1, 2. 2, 2. 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. Microphone testing 1, 2. 1, 2.
One of the basic principles by which we stand on with the safeguarding is to ensure that all persons who are involved in sports, and more so in particularly football, because what we have is a number of other sporting disciplines who actually move towards the TFA for courses to be done, is that mantra of what FIFA is advocating, which we support, that safeguarding is everyone's responsibility. So that with the 25 plus officers that we have working under the department of the TTFA, it is not sufficient and enough to be able to manage all of this happening throughout all sports in Trinidad and Tobago. But where all the managers, coaches, physios, and other adults, even in the schools, of which I'm the president of the Secondary School Football League that has over 100 plus schools involved with about 9,000 players, you can imagine how important it is to ensure that these young ones be given an opportunity to feel very safe and not to be fearful of any untoward and unscrupulous acts that may occur to them. So that is one of the main principles that we move on within the safeguarding unit.
Safeguarding is helping people who might be at risk of abuse or neglect identify what they need, what they want, and how they want to keep themselves safe in the future.
For me, it means keeping an eye out for what might be happening to vulnerable people.
It's about being able to live safely without the risk of any harm or abuse. Supporting that person, their families or carers to live a happy life.
Participation in sport is important for everyone, especially for children and young people. Regular physical activity and sport contribute to physical, social, and emotional well-being. Kids who take part in sport for development activities learn important life skills such as communication, collaboration, and leadership skills, and are more likely to adopt a healthy lifestyle. However, it is up to each of us to ensure that everyone can participate in and enjoy sport equally, and that sport and sport for development activities offer a fun, safe, and inclusive experience for all. Children and young people, as well as athletes with physical or other disabilities, or who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, may be particularly vulnerable to forms of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and harassment. We can all safeguard and promote good practices in sport and challenge the bad behaviors that are harmful to children and athletes at all levels of sport, setting an example for good conduct. So, how to get started? By speaking up. Regardless of what shape or form, each of us has a responsibility to point out or draw attention to any harmful practices that occur in sport. This can be especially true when it comes to things like sexual misconduct by teammates, coaches, or other adults. By listening. This can give a voice to those who might have experienced harm while participating in sport. Through partnerships, governments, civil society groups, and communities can collaborate to develop safeguarding policies and systems to create safe and harm-free environments that promote equal participation in sport. By informing yourself and others, educate yourself about bullying, physical or emotional harm and abuse, child grooming and trafficking, and inform others. Know what to do and who to refer to when you hear about harmful practices in sport, or how to minimize risks, be it in school, in a sports club, or anywhere else where children and athletes are exposed to harm. Play your part. Each one of us becomes the best supporter any child or vulnerable athlete could have. It is on each of us to safeguard them and ensure that everyone can participate in sport in a joyful and harm-free environment. Are you ready to play your part in safeguarding children and athletes in sport? Join the safeguarding team and take action.
parents and the guardians, in particularly, to ensure that when you do register your child at an academy, at a club, even within the school system as the case may be, ensure, do due diligence, do some level of research to ensure that the persons who will be interacting with your child is one who has no criminal record, as the case might be, possibly even a certificate of good character, which is becoming compulsory now, that be part of the person's resume when they're coming on board to be part of the technical staff of any team. We want the public to understand that we are not punitive in any way whatsoever. We're trying to be preventative rather than curative. We're trying to be proactive rather than reactive. Now, most, about on a scale of 0 to 10, about 8.5% of the population is moving in the direction. We're going to have some pushback and resistance because when over a number of years a practice becomes habitual, and even though change is inevitable, you still have some persons that are resisting it, but they are understanding it more and more of the importance of it. Because if you really want to get the best out of your players, if you treat them well and all their basic concerns and needs are addressed, then on the court or on the field, they will perform at their max. And that is our main intention, to protect, to guide the adults, most of those who are at risk, and those youths, those minors, those vulnerable ones who are looking up to adults for that leadership and mentorship that is necessary. There are about over 200 clubs and academies in Trinidad and Tobago, and it is compulsory for them, as long as you're operating an academy or a club, you must do the safeguarding license. You also, as a coach, all the coaches must do it. For example, in the SSFL, you cannot be part of the SSFL.
Goal number 1, Tyree Clark. Captain is number 9, Sam Thomas.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live here. This is the penultimate games of the Tobago Football Association here at the Dwight Stadium. We kick off first with our first division match, and then we close off with the Premier Division match. Today could be the day that decides champions, or we may have to take it to the final day. Of course, before we start things off, we want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Your love and tender nurturing is what makes everyone appreciate you all for. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out here, and we hope that today brings a very special treat to you all. So, our first division match here at the Dwight Stadium. First place team, Carnbee Mount Pleasant, and they are playing against Ball Blasters Youth Academy. The new kids on the block versus an experienced Carnbee Mount Pleasant today to decide who's going to walk home as champions. Should the Mount Pleasant team win today, they win the championship with 1 game in hand. And should Ball Blasters win, then we'll have to take it on to the final match day. So here's your lineup for both teams. Carnbee Mount Pleasant, the goalkeeper, Tyree Clark. Ethan Thomas, the number 9 captain's side today. We have number 2, Tyrone John. Number 5, Orlando Jack. Number 6, Malik Allen. Number 7, Roderick Marcel. Number 11, Davion Maxime. Number 14, Jonathan Cadiz. Number 16, Kyle Civilian. Number 18, Brendan Allam. And number 28, Akil Jordan. And here's your Ball Blasters team. The goalkeeper, Caleb Romeo, wearing number 1. This team will be captained by Imani Forbes. We will talk a little bit more about him after this. He is wearing number 12. He's captain inside today. You have number 2, Nikel Williams. Number 3, Kishon Grant. Number 6, Jaden Richardson. Number 15, Antonio Hopkins. Number 8, Ravion Marshall. Number 10, Akim Duncan Jr. Number 11, Jermaine Morgan. And number 5, Jamel Bartholomew. And number 14, Jaquan Defoe. Once again, this could be the title decider here for the first division. Should Carnbee Mount Pleasant walk out here with a win. A draw would leave both teams being separated by just 1 point going into the final match day. And a loss to Mount Pleasant, which would also be a win for Ball Blasters, would put Ball Blasters on top the league table, with, of course, the final game to be played. So we're just about getting ready here. The teams are ready and we should see them out very soon. And we will have 90 minutes of action here on this lovely day. Again, this is Mother's Day. If you haven't told your mother how much you love and appreciate her, today's the time to do that now. Today is a great day, a very interesting spectacle of football here, so let's see these teams put on a show. The teams are walking out and we have the referees walking out with the teams as well. Again, on this special day, we have virtually an all females refereeing team except for the fourth. But nevertheless, we have our women representing on the field. The referee in the middle, they have experience, they have a dynamic. Trisha Devines, her assistant referees, Oprah Douglas and Lionel Winchester. And the fourth official, Samuel Thomas. Now our focus will be on these teams. It's Mount Pleasant side versus this Ball Blaster side. Focus on the number 12 there, Imani Forbes, central defender for Ball Blasters, but also he's also the 5th highest goal scorer in the league with 8 goals, most goals scored in the league by any defender. So he's proven to be someone who can command the defense and also be effective up in the forward lines. Interestingly enough, the Mount Pleasant top goal scorer, no longer plays with this Mount Pleasant side, but he's playing with the TTPFL Tier 2 side. That's Navi Roach, who would have had 17 goals, and he's second place in the table, finishing to Golden Lane's Odell Laria, who finished with 20. So it's interesting to see how this game will go. Teams are ready, the referees are ready. There's Mount Pleasant to kick us off in just a few seconds to go. And the match has started, and it's Mount Pleasant who kicks us off now. Thomas Allen on the ball now. Plays it to the middle. Intercepted here by Richardson. And Bob Blasters looking on the counter attack is Morgan. Morgan losing the possession here. Civilian on the ball. Bit of a challenge for possession here. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Bob Blasters' ball. Ball played into the area. It's Bartholomew on the chase. He takes a shot, it goes wide. And on the chase we have Marshall losing possession here. The official says that it's going to be Mount Pleasant's ball. Bartholomew intercepts Richardson. So that's Hopkins. Oh, the pass could only find the gloves of goalkeeper Clark. Clark kicks this one upfield. Williams keeps it alive. Duncan. Bartholomew back to Duncan. Marshall losing position. Marcel. Jordan plays it in for John, but intercepted there by the fool. Back on the ball is Jordan. Thomas. Back to Jordan. Oh, he slips this one in nicely here, but Katie's couldn't get that one. Saved by Romeo. And you can see it early, it's only 2 minutes into the game, and it seems both teams are going at each other hard. Both teams are from the same area, which is that Mount Pleasant area. So in some sense this is a Mount Pleasant derby. Civilian. Civilian losing position. Hopkins looking for the foul. Referee says no fouls. Mount Pleasant on the counter. Here's Jordan. Oh, ball played in for Marcel. Still in the ball, Marcel. He gets past one. He tries a shot. Pokes the ball, but shot down well by the Ball Blaster defense. Here is Duncan. Duncan sends this ball upfield. Hopkins on the ball. Slips on the flanks for Bartholomew. Duncan. Richardson. Played into that flank for Defoe. Ball played into the area. As it goes up. And the referee assistance flag went up for offside. This Ball Blasters Youth Academy team. Yes, you're watching the side and you're seeing a group of youngsters. They are in fact the youngest team. In fact, the oldest player is actually aged 21. Side well known for dominating youth football in all age groups, and of course producing a lot of national team players, which we'll mention very soon. Of course, had a few players like, of course, this man the ball here, Manny Forbes, who went on trial in Croatia. So they may be young, but they have proven thus far that they belong in senior football. This is their first ever senior men's football competition. And let's see how it goes. The ball goes back to the goalkeeper. Here's John on the ball. And position changes. It's Mount Pleasant's ball. Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Not familiar. Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Very familiar face when it comes to Tobago Football Association football. Won few titles already. And on their quest to getting promoted back to the Premier Division after last season losing on playoffs, they would hope to not only win today and win the league, but of course secure their promotion. As they're on the ball again, it's Thomas. Jack on the ball. Allen. That's Mount Pleasant's ball again. Now we see Mount Pleasant going further and further upfield. Ball played to the air. Jordan hits it on to KDs. And Ball Blasters managed to clear this one. Allen. Oh, the referee's assistant says the ball would have just went out. So the Ball Blasters ball. Here's Williams. Richardson in the ball. Bartholomew could not keep that ball in. Mount Pleasant ball. KDs. Deflection, Mount Pleasant ball. Ball played in. Some strong challenging Duncan on the ball. Ooh. Great pressure here by Duncan. Oh, and it's Mount Pleasant who gets possession now. And the referee saying it's Mount Pleasant's ball, not Ball Blasters' ball. To the protest of Coach Downey Marcel. Williams losing possession cheaply. Thomas, Maxime. Oh, has his man spin there, Maxime. Jack. If we're just having a word with the players there, she's not going to be tolerating any form of disrespect from anyone on the field here. Ball Plaza's position back to Mount Pleasant. Oh, and great defending here by Bartholomew up to Hopkins. Bartholomew on the ball now. Ball pitching space. Great block here by Allen. And it's cleared upfield by Alum. Thomas on the ball now. Plays it back to Clark. Clark kicks it upfield. And Marcel would have been offside there. Down ball played upfield. Oh, the boys, Morgan, what can he do from here? Morgan gets past the goalkeeper. What's he going to do? He takes a shot. And it's goal number 1 for Ball Blasters. Jermaine Morgan. A bit of a defensive slip step up here from Mount Pleasant, and Ball Blasters punishes them instantly. So it's Ball Blasters 1, Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0.
Ball Blaster scored by number 9, Jermaine Morgan. Number 10 is Sorry Chetman.
And it's like I said earlier, not because this side is a new side means they are by any means pushovers, and they are looking to prove that today. Jordan plays a nice ball here for John. Ball goes back to John again. Maxime. Jack. Blocked well by Duncan. Oh, and Forbes loses the ball. Referee calls a foul. It's a free kick for Mount Pleasant. In just 10 minutes of play, we start off with a goal. What will Mount Pleasant do? Over the ball, it's Thomas, but it could be KD's. KD's taking a shot, and KD's shot very wayward here. So that's going to be a goal kick. Grant. Williams. Ball played upfield for Hopkins. Intercepted by Allen. Bartholomew on the ball. Richardson. Williams. An important block here by Jack. And it's Ball Blasters ball. Hopkins. Well blocked it. And the referee's going to call the play back for the foul. It's a free kick for Ball Blasters. Over the ball is Jamel Bartholomew. What does he have in store here from this set piece? Players going into the air. He whips this one in nicely. Heads goes up. Head away by Jack. Ball still in a dangerous area though. And Ball Blasters. Oh, and here's Forbes. And the referee says that's going to be a free kick for Mount Pleasant. And the ball in play here, Alam. All the way back for Defoe. Romeo. The goalkeeper on the ball. Kicks out to the wide for Defoe. Defoe with a long ball upfield. Head away by Alam. Cadies. Thomas. Alam. Ball played up for Marcel. Maxime. Ooh, tries a nice 1-2 here, but shut down well by Grant. Grant plays the ball up, but no one there to receive except for Allen. Challenge here by Hopkins. He gets the ball off. Here's Jordan. Maxime. Blocked well by Grant, but ball could still be in a dangerous area. Here's Marcel. Jack. Maxime. Maxime went to dangerous traffic there and got blocked, but here's Alam who recovers for Mount Pleasant. Civilian. Ball played in the dangerous area, saved by Romeo. Duncan. And well intercepted there by Jordan. Marcel. Jack is on the ball. Better skill to get past his man here, Jack. but he couldn't keep the ball in, so he's going for a goal kick. It's Forbes on the ball. Civilian intercepts. So play is going to restart with a drop ball for Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Thomas. Ball played across for Civilian. Alam. Oh, and ball blasters on the ball now. Duncan whips it on for Morgan. Goal scorer here. Morgan takes a shot. And Clark grabs onto that one well. Ball thrown to the far side. Civilian. Thomas. Civilian. Still the ball, Civilian. Thomas. And it's Duncan who intercepts Grant. One of the few players who has made a national team from this ball blaster side. Akim Duncan Jr. A very hard-working midfielder. Marcel on the ball. Gets past his man. He's taking the shot from long. And Romeo grabs onto that one well. Ball played upfield. Head away by Allen. Williams. Allen with a clearance here. It's going to be Mount Pleasant ball. By no means you could count Mount Pleasant out just yet. They have the players, the experienced leadership from Ethan Thomas. Of course, they also have, although he's on the bench for today, hopefully he will get to have a feature, Ravel Joseph, who is also on the same amount of goals as Imani Forbes, and he has really stepped up the moment Roach joined the TTPFL Tier 2 team. Maybe he may be needed to help Mount Pleasant out, but here's ball blasters. Hopkins takes the shot. Clark with the easy save. Forbes clears it up the field. Allen. Williams. Duncan. Send the ball, Duncan. Down ball played by Grant. They try to set the offside trap, but the assistance flag is down. Morgan. And it's just gone wide. It's a goal kick. That would have been goal number 2. Mount Pleasant are attempted the offside trap there, but it looks like the Ball Blasters team have well beaten it. Morgan just unlucky not to score that time. Thomas. Allen. And it's that guy again, Duncan. He's been all over the pitch. Something like N'Golo Kante there. And intercepted. And here is Jordan. Send the ball, Jordan. Whips in a nice ball here for John. Offside. Jordan striking in some beautiful passes here. Size does not matter. It's ability. And he's been showing that. But his team has not been repaying the favor so far. Thomas on the ball. Searching but could not find anyone except for Grant. Duncan. Williams. Hopkins. Ball's going out of play. It's Ball Blasters ball. Player coming up a bit too much there. Referee's asking the player to go back. Williams. Williams' ball could not find his man. So it's going to be a goal kick. Hit away by Marshall. Duncan. John. Kiddies. Losing the ball there, Kiddies. Ball played on the far side for Morgan. What can Morgan do here? He's at the ball. He cuts inside. Plays it for Duncan. Duncan with a shot. And the referee points to the spot. And that's going to be a penalty. And the pressure from Ball Blasters really mounted on Mount Pleasant now, as they have gotten themselves a penalty here. And the man to take this one here is Akim Duncan. Well, you've seen protests by the Mount Pleasant team. Thomas is protesting the penalty decision. The referee is firm on her decision. It is a penalty. And going up to take this penalty is Akim Duncan Jr. Does he have the composure to slot the ball past goalkeeper Clark? Can Clark keep his nerve and keep this shot out? Whistle's blown. Duncan lines up his shot. He takes a long step back for his run up. He's walking in calmly. He's walking in smooth. He takes his run up here. It's Duncan. And that's goal number 2. Akim Duncan Jr., as cool as you like, has doubled Ball Blasters lead. And it's now Carnbee Mount Pleasant 2. Ball Blasters It's Carnbee, it's Ball Blasters 2. Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0. And just 25 minutes of play. New kids on the block. Ball Blasters are really putting an upset onto title hopefuls Carnbee Mount Pleasant. And interestingly enough, the first time these two teams met, Carnbee Mount Pleasant would have won that fixture 1-0. And it's now Ball Blasters who looks like they're dominating in this fixture. The referee is just giving them a minute's drinks break. So for those of you not tuning in, this is Tobago Sports Live bringing to you live the Tobago Football Association First Division. This match is the penultimate match of the season in this division, featuring Ball Blasters Youth Academy and Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Carnbee Mount Pleasant would have started this encounter on top of the table with just 1 point ahead of their opponents here tonight, Ball Blasters Youth Academy. The score line is no mistake. It is 2-0 in favor of Ball Blasters, the new kids on the block. A win for Ball Blasters would put them on top of the league table going into their final match. And should they win their last match after winning today's match, should they win tonight, Ball Blasters on their senior league debut would win their first ever senior title. But of course, today's match have to finish. The match has to finish with a win in their favor first, and they have to win their final match during the week. What can Mount Pleasant do? They are 2-0 down. Maxime losing the ball. Back of the ball, Maxime. Jack. Allen. Ball played by Maxime. And Douglas Romeo with a save. Forbes. A well lofted ball here by Forbes. Head away by Civilian though. The Ball Blasters on the chase. Bartholomew managed to get that one. Here's Hopkins. What can Hopkins do? Hopkins has a shot blocked. Cleared by Thomas. And the ball's going over the line, so it's going to be a corner. Bartholomew to deliver this corner. Oh, corner driven low on the ground, but it reaches to Marshall. Duncan. Ball cleared. But here's Defoe. Defoe with a shot. Blocked by Jordan. Jordan would not with the best clearance, but Clark managed to save. Allen. Maxime. Here's Jack. Ball's going out of play. It's Ball Blasters' ball. Approaching the half-hour mark. And it's Ball Blasters who are in command of the league right now. It's Ball Blasters, they are putting that pressure on Mount Pleasant. They are putting that pressure on here now. Ball play into the air. And the referee sees a foul there, so it's a free kick for Mount Pleasant. Here's Alam. Alam with the ball played into the air, headed away by Forbes. Richardson. Ball played upfield. And it's offside. And the yellow card being shown here. It's important to always have your playing equipment. This part of the rules. Great card shown there by the referee. Zero tolerance to not adhering to the laws of the game. Bartholomew. Onto the boot of Clark. Williams. Duncan back to Williams. Richardson. Grant. Intercepted here by Kadies. Jack. Marcel. Intercepted by Forbes. Bartholomew. And Bartholomew couldn't play that one good there. Allen places out the back. And it's Forbes who went upfield. Referees allowing play to go on. There was an offside, but play could continue here. Allen. Maxime. Important block here by Bartholomew. And that's going to be a foul. It's a free kick for Ball Blasters. Richardson on the ball now. Back to Marshall. Forbes. Defoe. Morgan. Morgan skips past his man. He's going inside. And the referee spots the foul. It's a free kick. And the yellow card is going to be shared here to Civilian. And Civilian goes into the referee's book tonight. He sees yellow. Another ball, it looks like Morgan. Morgan lifts this one in. Head goes up. Cleared by Jordan. A bit of a toss-up for possession here. Here's Marcel. Kadies. Ball played upfield. Not going to be bothering anyone here for Ball Blasters. Saved by Romeo. Richardson. Defoe, Richardson. Defoe. Nice 1-2 here. Oh, but Defoe couldn't keep that one in, so it's Mount Pleasant ball. Ball Blasters ball now. Morgan, Defoe, Marshall, Defoe, ball play into the area, Hopkins, and he's offside. Just 10 more minutes to go in this first half. Oh, and just in case anyone's wondering, as it relates to promotion, well, we'll get to that later. Here's Marshall on the ball. Ball played in for Hopkins, but Clark with a save. And Ball Blasters are just pouncing on the defensive gaps of Mount Pleasant. This is something that team manager Savio Providence may have to fix in the dressing room. Come second half, and it's the defender Imani Forbes. He's up in front. What can he do? It's Forbes with the shot. Oh, and it's an important block here by Mount Pleasant. There's a corner. And as we talked about that guy, Imani Forbes, a defender, but a goal-scoring defender at that too. He does his job in the back, and he does an equal job in the front as well. As you saw earlier, just unlucky not to score, but he proves to be a threat in defense and in attack as well. So Mount Pleasant really have to be on the toes. Ball Blasters corner. Ball played in. Heads goes up, headed away by Allen. Jack losing position. And the referee calls that a foul. It's a free kick for Mount Pleasant. Sure, that was an important ball. Head away by Forbes. In position for KDs. Thomas. Jack. Oh, and here's Marcel. What can he do? Marcel with a shot. And Romeo at point blank manages to save that one. First real chance at goal Mount Pleasant had there. Morgan on the advantage. Cleared by Mount Pleasant. Here is John. Blocked by Grant. Marshall. Richardson. Defoe. Richardson. A bit of miscommunication by ball pass defense. Here's Jack, but Williams recovers. Jack on the ball. And the referee's going to call a foul there. It's a free kick for Carnbee Mount Pleasant. And the referee's not allowing that. Put the ball on the right spot, says the referee. KDs, ball played in, headed away. KDs on the ball again. The 1-2 played, but here's Jack. Now that's on the ball now. Williams. Marshall. Grant on the ball. And the ball still in play. Actually, nope. The assistant referee's flag would have went up. The ball would have left the field of play. So that's going to be a goal kick. Much to the relief of the goalkeeper there. Jordan. Blocked well here. Williams. Ball intercepted here by Allen. Nice ball played here. Here's Bartholomew. Bartholomew going in. Blocked well by Jack. Corner. Bartholomew whips it in. A well lifted corner here. Morgan with a shot. Blocked by Allen. Cleared. Duncan with a header. Morgan. The fool. Ball played in. Cleared away. Here's Grant. Referee just going to stop the play here for the player in need of some attention. Up and the player's okay and ready to play. Defoe, Richardson, Marshall, Richardson, Defoe, Marshall, and not the best of pass there by Marshall. Here's Marcel. What would Marcel do from here? And losing the ball cheaply. Forbes. Defoe. Nice played ball. A bit too much on the touch. Cleared by Clark. Alum. Thomas. Alum. And that's going to be more Pleasant's ball. Kicks it all the way back to the keeper. Ball upfield. Jordan to Maxime. Civilian. Send the ball Civilian. Ball played into the area. Romeo grabs onto that one well. Williams. Duncan. A well played ball here. Williams on the ball on the overlap. Plays it into the space. No one there to receive. But here comes Morgan. And it's Thomas who wins this battle. Cadies. John. Marcel. Maxime. Maxime with a shot. And that's not going to be bothering. That's not going to be bothering Romeo here. Ball played all the way back here for Clark. Alam. Jordan. Kiddies. Alam. Maxime plays on for Civilian. Still in the ball, Civilian. Two minutes of added time here now. Two minutes of added time here now. Could we see any late jabbers? Or could we see further insults or injuries here before the halftime whistle blows? Civilian. Cleared by Richardson. Shot taken by Kiddies. Going wide is a goal kick. Ball Blasters ball. Allen. Kiddies. Jack. Some important defending going on here. Jack. Kiddies. Thomas. Blocked here. Back for Alam. Jack, Jordan, Marcel, losing the ball here. Williams plays the ball upfield. It's Morgan. What can Morgan do before the half is over? Still the ball, Morgan. He skips past the defender. Morgan, taken down. Hopkins on the advantage, and it's goal number 3 for Ball Blasters. A well-worked play there. Initially there was a foul on Morgan in the penalty area, but with the advantage played and Hopkins able to pick up the loose ball and slot it to the back of the net, it's now Ball Blasters 3 and Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0. And it's Ball Blasters basically walking over this Mount Pleasant side here, and it's just the first half. What could be done in the second half? But we're just waiting for the referee here. First half could blow off in the next few minutes, and that's it. That's half time. So we're going to the break. Ball Blasters 3, Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0. Goals by Jermaine Morgan in the 10th minute, Akim Duncan scoring for the penalty in the 25th, and Antonio Hopkins in the 45th plus 2 minutes. And we have plenty more for you in the second half.
Participation in sport is important for everyone, especially for children and young people. Regular physical activity and sport contribute to physical, social, and emotional well-being. Kids who take part in sport for development activities learn important life skills such as communication, collaboration, and leadership skills, and are more likely to adopt a healthy lifestyle. However, it is up to each of us to ensure that everyone can participate in and enjoy sport equally, and that sport and sport for development activities offer a fun, safe, and inclusive experience for all. Children and young people, as well as athletes with physical or other disabilities, or who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, may be particularly vulnerable to forms of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and harassment. We can all safeguard and promote good practices in sport and challenge the bad behaviors that are harmful to children and athletes at all levels of sport, setting an example for good conduct. So, how to get started? By speaking up. Regardless of what shape or form, each of us has a responsibility to point out or draw attention to any harmful practices that occur in sport. This can be especially true when it comes to things like sexual misconduct by teammates, coaches, or other adults. By listening. This can give a voice to those who might have experienced harm while participating in sport. Through partnerships, governments, civil society groups, and communities can collaborate to develop safeguarding policies and systems.
To extend their love and compassion. Some have been doing so publicly and others not so public. But we recognize and thank them all for their contribution. So at this time I would like to acknowledge some.
Participation in sport is important for everyone, especially for children and young people. Regular physical activity and sport contribute to physical, social, and emotional well-being. Kids who take part in sport for development activities learn important life skills such as communication, collaboration, and leadership skills, and are more likely to adopt a healthy lifestyle. However, it is up to each of us to ensure that everyone can participate in and enjoy sport equally, and that sport and sport for development activities offer a fun, safe, and inclusive experience for all. Children and young people, as well as athletes with physical or other disabilities, or who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, may be particularly vulnerable to forms of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and harassment. We can all safeguard and promote good practices in sport and challenge the bad behaviors that are harmful to children and athletes at all levels of sport, setting an example for good conduct. So, how to get started? By speaking up. Regardless of what shape or form, each of us has a responsibility to point out or draw attention to any harmful practices that occur in sport. This can be especially true when it comes to things like sexual misconduct by teammates, coaches, or other adults. By listening. can give a voice to those who might have experienced harm while participating in sport. Through partnerships, governments, civil society groups, and communities can collaborate to develop safeguarding policies and systems to create safe and harm-free environments that promote equal participation in sport. By informing yourself and others, educate yourself about bullying, physical or emotional harm and abuse, child grooming and trafficking, and inform others. Know what to do and who to refer to when you hear about harmful practices in sport, or how to minimize risks, be it in school, in a sports club, or anywhere else where children and athletes are exposed to harm. Play your part. Each one of us becomes the best supporter any child or vulnerable athlete could have. It is on each of us to safeguard them and ensure that everyone can participate in sport in a joyful and harm-free environment. Are you ready to play your part in safeguarding children and athletes in sport? Join the safeguarding team and take action.
You must know the people. So I come here for mom. So we have two more girls in the second half, in the third half and of the second game. So rest assured there's something more for the ladies to win. George will be nothing. Thank you, George. And happy Mother's Day to you. I spoke to the
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the second half. This is second half in this match here. Scoreline is 3-0 for Ball Blasters Youth Academy. Goals scored by Jermaine Morgan in the 10th, and Kim Duncan scoring the penalty in the 25th, and Antonio Hopkins scoring in the 45th +2. So before we start back, Ball Blasters have 2 substitutions coming on. It's Jaden Anthony coming on for Jamel Bartholomew, and it's Antonio Hopkins who makes way for Jediel Marcel. So everyone's back on the field of play. Both teams are ready. The referees are ready. It's Ball Blasters going to kick us off. They are leading this match 3-0. And should they win this match outright, we will have to decide a champion for the first division on the final match day, which is Wednesday, which will be. And Ball Blasters kicks us off now. Here's Forbes. Forbes, the long ball played upfield, looking for the early attacks. Headed away by Allen. As Ball Blasters continuing how they started the first half, they are applying the pressure on to Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Here's Richardson. On the right for Williams. To the space. Here is Marshall. A bit of a challenge here. There's a bigger P. No, says the referee. Ball cleared away by Maxime. And here's Anthony now takes a shot. And Anthony chucks his shot wide. He's going to go for a goal kick. Alam. Jordan on the ball. There's John. Jordan. Again, don't watch the size. But that was a risky one there by Williams. And lots of fouls. A free kick for Mount Pleasant. Ball playing to the rear. Here's Civilian on the ball. Morgan intercepts. Ball played all the way back to goalkeeper Romeo. Moves it all upfield for Anthony, headed away by Thomas. Cadies. Maxime. Williams. Ball put in, cleared by Allen. But it's still in a dangerous position. Jack with the clearance. Ball Blasters ball. Marcel. Allen in the ball. Kiddies. Intercepted here by Duncan. But Thomas regains possession. Here's Thomas again. Jack. Richardson on the ball. Richardson. And the referee spots the foul there. It's going to be a free kick for Ball Blasters. Duncan. Richardson. Forbes. Bifu. Richardson. Referee allows play to continue here. Marshall. And the referee's going to call back that foul. It's a free kick for Ball Blasters. These players and not putting the ball at the right spot for the free kicks. They will not be getting past referee Devines with that nonsense at all. Over the ball is skipper Imani Forbes. What will amount from here? He takes a shot. Forbes. Oh, safe. Anthony. Oh my goodness. How did he miss that? And even his coach is amazed. Easiest shot ever, and Anthony skies it. To Mount Pleasant's relief though, here's Allen. Alum. John. And position changing again. Here's Morgan. Morgan still in the ball. Marshall. Defoe managed to keep this one in. Forbes. Duncan. Marcel. Here's Anthony. Send the ball, Anthony. And position changes. Jack. Cleared away. Grant is on the ball. Duncan. Williams. Blocked out by Jack. Marcel. Jordan could not stop Duncan here, who plays it off to Defoe. And the referee is going to say that the ball is Mount Pleasant's ball. Player down here. So yes, for those of you now tuning in, this is being brought to you live at the Dwight York Stadium. This is the first division, not the premier, the first division match between Ball Blasters Youth Academy and Carnbee Mount Pleasant. Scoreline is currently 3-0 in favor of Ball Blasters. The goals being scored by Jermaine Morgan, Akim Duncan, and Antonio Hopkins. Ball Blasters ball. Maxime losing the ball to Richardson. KDs goes to the boot of Williams. Anthony. Send the ball, Anthony. What can you do here, Anthony? Does this man dirty there, Anthony? Ball Blasters ball. And the ball have just went outfield there. So it's Ball Blasters ball. Anthony. Morgan. Marcel plays it for Jordan. Jordan flicks it back on to Jack. What could Jack do? I think he was looking for something there. He wasn't going to get it. Ball Blasters ball. Thomas. Jordan. Jordan's ball could not find his intended person there. Head away by Allen. Ball played through the space. Morgan. Oh, and Morgan's going through here. Goalkeeper is not in his post. Well, he gets back now. Anthony on the ball now. Plays out to Marcel. He gets past the keeper. And that's goal number 4. And it's Ball Blasters Youth Academy just demolishing Carnbee Mount Pleasant as Jediel Marcel makes it number 4 in the 58th minute. He gets himself on the mark. What would Mount Pleasant do here? Ball Blasters 4. Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0.
And that's goal for Ball Blasters. Scored by number 16, Jediel Marcel, in the 57th minute. Score is now 4-0 in favor of Ball Blasters.
So Mount Pleasant are making a triple substitution now. Christian Hamilton, Menlik, Ward, and Ravel Joseph coming on. Players coming off, though. For sure, one sub coming off.
At this time, we will have some substitutions by Carnbee.
Brandon Allam,
Going in is Christian
Tyrone John,
number 19,
and Akil Jordan.
number 18. Going in, Menlik Ward, number 10, for Tyrone John, number 2. And in, we have Ravel Joseph, number 3, for Akil Jordan, number 20.
As Mount Pleasant to start things off again. Ball played upfield. As Marcel through the space. Marcel's shot just going wide. And the referee says goal kick. Ball played here now. Here is Thomas. Ball played back for Thomas. Maxime. Important clearance here by Defoe. Jack. Marcel. Ward. And that's a foul. And it's just outside the penalty area. Unpleasant. We need a miracle. It's only 16 minutes have played so far. Maybe they can turn things around. Yeah, it's Thomas though. Ball played in. And how did that not score? Even Mount Pleasant doesn't know, but that's going to be a goal kick. Another injury for Mount Pleasant here. It's Malik Allen. And just in case anyone is wondering as it relates to promotions and relegations, the winner of the first division automatically gets promoted to the Premier Division come next season. Second place team will play in a playoff against the second last team in the Premier Division to determine who would be playing in the Premier Division. So it's not automatic that two teams will be promoted. One has an automatic promotion and the other has a promotion playoff. Will that team who gets automatically promoted be Ball Blasters? Or will things turn over in Mount Pleasant's favor? Defoe, Duncan, and here's Marcel making a sprint down that byline. He gets past one, but he couldn't get past the goalkeeper. Ball play now is Williams. Back to Williams. Ball played in the area. Here is Marcel again. Send the ball, Marcel. And ball goes out. It's a corner. And you could hear the celebrations of the Ball Blasters fans in attendance. May not be able to hear the celebrations of the viewers who are viewing online, but all smiles towards the new kids. Their first ever senior men's league match, league they have ever played in. Their oldest player, that's of course excluding player coach Downey Marcel, is actually 21. So it's a really youthful side, but they are really giving it the big in here. And of course, as it's Mother's Day, must give our appreciation to the female referees for keeping a very clean game today. Mount Pleasant have to defend this corner. And again, Mount Pleasant fortunate not to concede. Hamilton. Thomas losing position very cheaply here. Duncan. And the position changes again. Defoe on the ball now. Maxine. Intercepted by Marshall. Here's Williams sprinting on that line. Played in for Marcel. Defended well by Jack. Hamilton. Jack. Ball knocking around here nicely. Out to the far side. Here is Defoe. Ball played through space. And what was the goalkeeper doing there? Ball does come off his boot and goes out of play, so it's going to be a corner. Morgan plays in this corner. Heads goes up. Punched out by the goalkeeper. And the ball is Forbes. Dribbles past one. Still Forbes. Let's go down for another corner. Ball played in. The ball's going out again for another corner. And substitutions are being made. Kyan Anderson and Amar Ali Bacchus coming on. And coming out is Jaden Richardson. As well as Nickel Williams. Ball's going out. It's another corner again. Ball whipped into the area. And it's gone for a goal kick at last. Team for the next game are warming up.
Substitution for Rob Lassell
Civilian. And that's a great interception here by Duncan Marcel. Chidel Marcel! That's a spectacular! And it's Chidel Marcel! Chidel Marcel from miles out slots it past goalkeeper Clark. He gets himself a brace tonight, but he gets ball blasters their 5th goal. And he's definitely going to get a card afterwards, but he's not going to care, as that goal is more important than the card he's going to get. But it's ball blasters 5. Carnbee Mount Pleasant 0. And that's what you call an impact sub, Chidel Marcel. Or as the Germans call him, a joker substitution. Coming off the bench and already making impact. And ball blasters are definitely in command. The new kids on the block showing that they could rival the big men. A bit of a scuffle here. Here's Anthony Defoe. Marshall. Cleared away by Allen. Ball played through the area here. Forbes probably hoped he could have added another goal to his tally, but he's going to be more happy for the win than anything else here. Marshall. Duncan. On the wide for Anderson. Bacchus. Gets past his man here. Bacchus back to Anderson. See there, Morgan. Cleared by Hamilton. Grant. Just knocking the ball around here quickly. The referee just gonna stop play, not for any fouls, but just for the player who was in need of some medical attention here. And that's Malik Allen. He's in need of some medical attention here. There may be no hope for a comeback here. It is 5-0. But crazy moments have happened in football already. Mount Pleasant will have to dig very deep. But as it stands, going into the final fixture, Ball Blasters tops the group, and should they win their final game, they would win the first division in their first time playing in the Tobago Football Association. Ball played in here. Anthony with the header. Saved by the goalkeeper. Ball played around here. Grant. Center ball Grant. Ball playing to the area, Ali Bacchus. Ball goes out of play. And that's going to be a corner. Substitutions being made here for both sides. So for Mount Pleasant, but for Ball Blasters, first we actually have goalkeeper changes. Okay, that's going to handle this out later. So Raheem Rajman comes on for Malik Allen. That's one sub for Mount Pleasant. Jafari Davis is coming on. And he's coming on for Jonathan Cadiz. And one sub for Ball Blasters. Goalkeeper changes here. Caleb Romeo comes off. And the second choice goalkeeper, Kwesi Sunday. Over the ball is Amar Ali Bacchus. Ball whipped into the area. Heads goes up. Blocked well here. And ball goes out of play. Mount Pleasant's ball. And here's Ward. Couldn't keep that one in, Ward. Intercepted here by Anderson. Davis gets the ball. Ward. Back to Davis. What would Davis do here? Marcel. Jack. Davis. Possession changes again. It's going to be Ball Blasters ball. Forbes. Here's Defoe. Oh, and Defoe would have been offside there. Bacchus. Simpson for Anthony. Blocked well here by Hamilton. Anthony. Brought down in the penalty area. Referee says no foul there. Marshall. Defoe. Marshall. Ball whipped in. Bacchus couldn't get that one. Jack. Oh, the ball would have just went out of play here. So it's Ball Blasters ball. And Ward losing the possession cheaply here, but Ragman gets it back. Nice ball play there for Joseph. And Forbes easily defends that one. Two players Joseph and Forbes both on 8 goals, leading goal scorers for their teams. Ward, Joseph, couldn't get past Forbes there. He's been impenetrable whole night. And here's Morgan, takes on the ball gracefully here. And that's an important block by Civilian. Ball goes out for a corner. Short corner. Ball playing area. Duncan. On the ball, Duncan. A big appeal here. Referee says no foul. Forbes climbs up high to block that one. Cleared by Marshall. Grant. Back to Sandy. New keeper getting his first involvement of the game. Ball play through for Anthony. Anthony offside. Thomas. Oh, an important change in position here. Bacchus. We've seen 2 injuries here, the goalkeeper and his defender. Less than 8 minutes ago in this second half. Ball Blasters with a very comfortable lead. And I don't expect to see any hope of Mount Pleasant coming back into this game. So take a very, very big miracle for 5-0 to cancel out itself. As it stands, Ball Blasters goes into their final match day, which would be against FC Goodwood on top of the table. And should they win that game, or even draw, and the result of Carnbee Mount Pleasant versus Golden Lane goes in Ball Blasters' favor, Ball Blasters in their debut season will be First Division champions. Ball is in play. Here is Thomas, Jack, and it's Davis on a sprint. Important block here by Grant. Ball goes out for a corner. Coach Downey Marcel is probably going to be a very happy man tonight. And he's going to be an even more happier man should this Ball Blasters team go on to win the league. Thomas whips it in. The head goes up, blocked well. Rajman. Oh, and Mount Pleasant gets himself Mount Pleasant gets themselves a consolation goal here. It's Menlik. Menlik Ward. Menlik Ward with the goal. A header past goalkeeper Sandy. So it's now Carnbee Mount Pleasant 1, Ball Blasters Youth Academy 5. So that's Ball Blasters' chance of a clean sheet going there. Don't think that's going to bother them that much. They're already leading the game by an impressive lead. Here's Morgan. Send the ball, Morgan. Marcel. Morgan plays on. Defoe. Forbes. Some strong tackling here. Ooh, a bit of skill here by Marshall. Marcel. Duncan. Anderson. Marshall. I think Forbes. Yes, there was a foul. Referees allowing the advantage to play on. Duncan. Anderson. And the foul is being pulled back here. Is a free kick for Blasters. Blocked well here by Hamilton. Still on the ball, Anthony. Ward. Anderson. Jack gets the ball now. Davis. Marcel. Thomas. Losing the ball to Anthony. Anthony losing the ball. Quickly gets back. Anthony. Oh, he's losing the ball here now. Hamilton. Duncan. Maxine on the ball. What can Maxine do? He whips it in. And Sandy saves that one. As a foul, Mount Pleasant's ball. Thomas to the shot, saved by Sandy. Very important save here. They've already conceded one, they don't want to concede anymore. Marcel. And the fourth official raises board. So we're going to have 3 minutes of added time. Marshall. Bacchus. Anderson plays it in. Saved by Clark. Thomas on the ball. Joseph. Forbes. And the referee supposed to handball. It's a free kick for Mount Pleasant. Ball Blasters not letting them play the quick free kick. Davis. Thomas. Fix it back for Davis. Cleared by Grant. Civilian. Head away by Forbes. Duncan. Marcel. Steps it through. Hamilton. Ball's gone out of play. It's Ball Blasters ball. May not be the right time to say this, but is it time to say that the team pulled an Arsenal? Diffu? Morgan? Can something happen here before the final whistle blows? Duncan with a shot, and shot just wide. Final whistle could blow at any time now. And that's it. Final whistle has blown. And Ball Blasters Youth Academy a commanding 5-1 win. Jermaine Morgan in the 10th. Akim Duncan with a 25th minute penalty. Antonio Hopkins in the 45th +2. Jediel Marcel with a brace in the 56th. And the 70th, Malik Ward getting a consolation in the 83rd. A win in the final game, and Ball Blasters Youth Academy will win the Leaf C. Coming to you right after the break.